But like the mind-boggling thing is that they get shocked by so little, and yet their humor implies that they shouldn't. Because I found a video on my recommended earlier this week that was someone reading out the Wikipedia page for cock and ball torture vocoded to the U.S. national anthem. That is not a creation that millennials make, I think. That is strictly in the Gen Z category. And yet they get freaked out by an Animal Crossing Rule 34 video. I don't
And a pretty
understand.
vanilla one at that too.
I dare
Exactly.
to say it's probably not the same group of people. They just happen to be in the same generation.
Intertwined.
Yeah, they are not in one of the advanced old people generation like all of us. We are still into long form format, like this podcast. Hello and welcome everybody to the AWKWARDCast. Why and Keyframe wonder about random dribble. I can't do the opening line anymore. I can't say my own name. I can't say random dribble anymore. I am getting old.
You like that.
Confirmed. Getting old.
Welcome to the show that can be 2 hours if we so desire it, because it's our show, not yours. Anyways,
It's my
hi.
show now.
Okay. Apparently now it's Colin's show.
Hi,
So-
welcome to the Collin show.
Okay. Collin, I guess we're your guests now, so Collin, introduce the Collin show.
Here at the Collin show, we talk about things for just randomly talking about things for God knows how long we can, as long as we're having fun. My name's Collin, and these are my guests now.
Yes.
Uno reverse
hi,
card.
But I guess since this is the premiere of the Collin show and you are all new to it, you as the host probably see what I did there, Key. You as the host probably should explain to your new audience to which you introduce yourself who you are, what you do, and why they should care about the Collin show.
Well, here on the Collin show, you have the pleasure of meeting me, Collin. I'm 23. I'm 23 years old. I like video games and drawing art.
And
I work
you
with a lot of
kids pretend to be old in my presence.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's my.
I'm sorry that my fellow guest is interrupting you. Continue.
No, you're good. There's my commission sheet there, I guess. I work as an online freelance artist. I work with in digital art, game design, 3D modeling, a bunch of other stuff. Really, it's like kind of all over the place. But I do a lot of things, and I like working with people, and it's fun talking with people, and it's cool. It's cool. It's fun to draw and make things, and that's who I am. I like to make things that make people happy.
Yes, and we're his wonderful guests. I'm Cosmic Keyframe. I like to animate George Lucas in the Family Guy style for money, and that's been my life.
Wow.
Has it been released yet?
But not yet. No, it's gonna be in October. Oh boy, I can't show it.
So do you put that on your resume?
Yes, that will be when I walk up to the gates of Disney. I'm gonna be like, "Hey guys, here. I mean, you took Family Guy off Adult Swim to put on your channel, so here I can do it." But yes, I'm that guest. That's all. And Max is the. What do you do?
Nothing actually.
Please just chill.
I define myself as a has-been in internet content-wise. So
Wow, Collin, you got some shitty first guests for your show.
I know. I mean, if
I really know how to pick them.
yeah, the last thing I had going myself was a weekly podcast, but this has been taken over by the Collin show now, so I literally have nothing left. I mean, the Let's Play.
Can we title the YouTube upload the Collin show episode 1? Please.
You need to remember that. I
write it down. I mean, I want there to be more views just so people are confused of what the fuck is this. But
Can you
Collin,
just Photoshop my head onto your guys' like characters? It's just the Collin show now.
Fun fact: we used to do that when we had. We used to do that when we had guest co-hosts. When one of us wasn't there, we just literally.
That's funny.
I will do that right now.
Oh no, it's already happening.
What have you been up to recently? Like, what have you
Um,
been slaying any dragons? You know, rescuing Pikachu's? Like, what have you been doing?
well, slaying dragons more is Brady's thing than my thing. I like to chill out in the daycare. That's my thing, as if Illumise. Um,
Mhm.
but as in my normal life of being Collin, definitely my latest obsession is back into the Undertale and Deltarune fandom since Deltarune Chapter 2 came out the other night. Basically binged that all in one night. It was great, and now the internet is exploding with Deltarune content. So I've just been, sucking that
Eating
all
it
up.
all up.
Oh, that sounds so bad through the headphones. Oh,
What, you don't
Hold
like
on.
noises like?
stop it! I mean, yours didn't sound nearly as bad.
Hold on. Let me. I just realized my thing fell
Okay,
off.
okay.
There we
What
go.
what if I try something like this?
Can't really hear it.
No, I can't. I can't really hear it. Try gargling.
Yeah, there
you
we go.
Oh no!
I mean, sadly, it doesn't seem like I can say much about Deltarune since it doesn't seem like you guys have played Chapter 2 yet,
No,
as far as I'm
haven't even
aware.
played Chapter 1 yet.
No. I
I'm
mean, give
slightly behind.
us your feelings on it in 3 words.
In 3 words. Give me a second
Yes.
to think. That shit gay.
Oh, that shit gay.
Oh, that's a great advertisement.
But if I had to like add more words, that shit gay, but in a good way.
I mean, what's the bad way of gay?
I mean,
Like-
that's true. Well, the bad way of gay would be the genocide route, gay violence.
Okay, I get. If you want to put it like that, sure.
I'm
The
dumb.
the true villain of Deltarune is heterosexuality, apparently.
the true villain of Deltarune is heterosexuality and gay violence.
And gay violence.
Be gay, but just don't do violence.
But doesn't
It's
that
a
go against
good
the whole
reminder.
Gay do crimes?
Just a thing, just some advice in life.
Yeah.
Be gay, but just don't do violence.
Yeah. This is something that all the gay people really, really need to hear because they are so well known for being super violent all the time.
They're fine. They're fine.
Furry conventions are usually bloodbaths because so many gay with claws in one place.
They just beat each other up.
They do cause collateral damage, as we know from all the broken elevators.
Yeah, I was about to say it's mostly elevators that furries brutally murder on a regular.
I don't know why they hate them.
It's a thing they do. Haha, gamer girl.
I put Collin's head over my body, and it fits way too well.
Also,
I'm scared.
Also, I will from now on only refer to you as gamer girl from 2018.
Which one?
Yeah, you obviously. It's like hi Ain, hi Arrow, hi gamer girl from 2018.
That's officially your now new Discord nickname.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm gonna have to change my nickname in places. One moment, please.
Okay. But yeah.
Besides that, Collin, what's you've been up to? I mean, you had a move. You've been on the grind.
Yeah. So definitely been it's definitely been a pretty busy couple of months. I moved into my new apartment with Mallory. As people who are aware of the Friend Lock and Salty DK dance stuff, Mallory is my beautiful, wonderful girlfriend. She's actually out at the moment. She decided to go get groceries, and she said, "No, stay here," because I had a headache. She should be back any minute now.
Oh my.
But yeah, I didn't move too far away. I'm still in the same city that I was living in before. I just got my own apartment. But Mallory made the trip up from Texas to Omaha for us to live together and share the apartment. Say what?
Omaha Steaks, the brand. Sorry, I'm dumb.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh
There's
Jesus! This.
I heard something else at first, and I'm like, I guess not necessarily not true, but.
No, I'm not gonna say that lie. But
Sheesh, I don't care.
Uh,
But yeah. So she moved up here, and we got our own place together. We both got new jobs. I used to work at for the last about 7 months. I used to work at a call center, and I worked with first responders. Not a necessarily fun job because in the middle of the pandemic, talking with both cops and nurses daily for 8 to 9 hours a day. Yeah, not fun. And had me working like 60 hours a week. Pay was good. I mean, I was making like $3,000 a month, but like, it was just I did not have enough time because I do other stuff because I'm an independent freelance artist, so I work with other people. I'm under contracts and other blah 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 things. So I decided to leave there and just go for a part-time job. Now I work with chicken. I work at Cane's. Yeah.
No. I just messed something up.
So that's nice because I still make extra revenue on the side from working with stuff, and I just have more time to hang out with Mallory, do other things, and that's good. Also, yeah, she recently got picked up we both work at the mall now. I work in one of their food courts, and she's going to be working at this place called Suncoast, which is basically like Hot Topic but not edgy.
It's perfect for Mal.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. How can it be Hot Topic, but no, I don't understand the concept. Why would you even do that?
I guess more than anything, you can just call it like a pop culture store. I mean, you got figures, movies, collectibles,
It's just
shirts.
Jack Skellington and Invader Zim.
Yeah. And then you also got like Japanese food and other cool stuff, with a bit of a movie theater vibe to it. That's kind of like what Suncoast is, which is really cool. I'm actually kind of jealous a little bit because I would have liked to work there, but the only reason I didn't work there was because I wanted to do something that somebody was desperate for and reliable enough for me to get the job and not wait too long while I moved into my place, to get steady income. Maybe in the future, but I just don't want to leave as soon as I basically got the job too,
I hate it.
Also, yeah, there I am. Welcome to the Collin Show.
Yep, it's the Collin Show.
It's the Collin
Collin,
Show.
such nice shoes, and
Thanks.
man, when did you have some upper arm strength to hold up another Collin?
See, our mitosis, Collin mitosis.
Oof.
Cultosis. That sounds like a mouth problem.
If you have coltosis, you might want to go get that checked with your local doctor. If you have recently, in the last couple of years, have gotten coltosis, you might be eligible for financial compensation. I guess the only other thing that's been, go on.
No. I just said okay. That's all.
I guess the only other thing that's been going on, outside of Mal and I have been playing like new games together. We've been playing Ocarina of Time. We've been doing a lot of other things. Oh, sorry. And the only other interesting thing that's happened to me this week is I caught a cold. I got a cold a couple days ago. It was pretty bad. It was kind of a bad cold. It wasn't COVID or anything like that. That reminds me, I'm actually getting my second shot here on the 25th. Yeah, no, it was just there was just been a cold going around. But like with my work though, they basically have me fill out like this health form. Excuse me, every day before I go to work. And since I technically didn't pass the health form because I had a fever, they basically kicked me out of work for 10 days.
Oof.
So that's fun. But everything's I'm fine now. I mean, I had a bit of a headache this morning, but I think I've gotten over the worst of it.
I think your head was just letting you know, oh man, you got to hang out with these assholes for
No.
hours.
I've been looking forward to this. This was fun.
Aww.
This has been fun.
Well, that's really great. Max, why don't you talk about your week while I do my traditional walking out for a period of time?
Yeah, even so, not sure how much truly to say about this week. What?
I hate to be that guy as well. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure this isn't an important call. I got a call coming in.
Okay.
Phone call.
Oh,
Sorry
Well, I
about
guess
that.
I talk
You
to
know what?
myself
No,
then.
no. You know what? I'll talk about my week because I have the
Ah.
24-hour stream I can talk about.
Oh, you do have that very, very much so,
Yeah,
indeed.
that's why I'm surprised because didn't you go to some medieval thing before the 24-hour stream or something?
Oh, yeah, this is all this was. Oh, I was thinking like back like only this 1 week, but you're right, there was
Yeah.
more than 1 week.
Yeah, so I guess but yeah, 20. So God, my brain is drawing a blank because I was ready to go and lie on the floor. Last
Sorry, I really hate to do this, but there's a slight emergency going on. Mallory needs my help. I'll be right back. It'll probably
Okay.
just be 10, 15 minutes.
Okie
It's
dokie.
okay, we'll just go through our week. Don't worry.
Yep.
So it's your guys' show again. I am so sorry because I know I'm a guest and I don't mean to be rude with
It's
this. But
No
it's an
problem.
emergency.
Take care of
fucking
the
hell.
emergency.
Go.
Priorities.
Jesus, he's too nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so last week, if you were wondering why there's no awkward, I had a 24-hour charity live stream for Angela's house on September the 11th through the 12th, and oh my lord, just for context, I was up for 12 hours before the show because I was setting everything up. People weren't happy with me when they found out that information. But yeah, it was a super like surreal event because we just did so much and time felt like it went so slow, and then at some point it went really, really fast. So we did stuff like we did Gartic phone, we did God, my brain is dying. What did we do? We did Overcooked. What were the ones that you were part of? There you go. That will help.
Yeah, I can go through the history, I guess. Why is Overcooked first?
Yeah,
this doesn't make sense. Was Overcooked first?
Yeah.
Oh, Overcooked was first. There was stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, with Jer and Ambrose and Will.
Yeah.
And
then you did
we did 2 sessions that we did 2 sessions of Overcooked. I did charity doodles. We did 3 idiots. We did
another
summer,
yeah.
Yeah, which was a lot of fun. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren beat Max, beat him into the ground.
Then Gartic phone.
Oh, Gartic phone is so much fun.
Yeah. Can confirm. Even non-artists like me can play.
Yeah, if you don't know what Gartic phone is, it's basically the game of telephone where so one person starts with writing out a prompt, then someone has to illustrate the prompt, then the next person has to look at that illustration and write what they thought the prompt was, or basically just describe what's on screen. And it's great whether you're an artist or whether you have no talent.
It's actually pretty nice visualized with their thing like
the only thing that makes Gartic phone not fun is when someone refuses to draw the prompt, and then everything Golden, because Golden was the only one who says I'm not drawing this. But that was hilarious. That was so much fun. We did 1 session with I think it was Max, Brett, Chris, Will, Hannah, and I think Jay. Or Jay may have been in the second. We did 2 sessions, and then the second session we had Ambrose. No, Ambrose was in the previous session.
He was in the same session as I was, yeah.
Yeah, we had Birchley, we had Gabby, who is a storyboarder on Big City Greens, we had Lauren. So we had a lot of artists in the second round. We still had Chris and Will. So that caused a decent... If you put Chris and Will in Gartic Foam, something's going to have a censor bar, or someone's going to be shouting, fuck. They are both agents of chaos.
Yeah. Also, it turned a lot of personal. I believe one of the best rounds, especially between Chris and Will, was that somebody put in the prompt something down the lines of Chris and Will getting married.
Oh, Chris and Will finally get married.
And it survived all the back and forth, the prompt making the drawing creating a prompt back and forth, and it stayed consistent until the very end. They still got married.
The littlest inconsistency, I think that it went at some point went to he proposes to
Yeah,
Chris
but
or something.
still.
But you know what? It still leads to marriage. But that one was amazing. I like that that Chris and Will were identifiable enough that they were
Yes.
just always.
Even
You just
so,
need to draw a hat.
yeah. Even so, with Chris, it's clear he has a very iconic outfit. But Will doesn't really, and still it worked. It was just yellow anime hair, and everybody kind of knew that it's Will for some reason.
I mean, like, the other great thing is that some of these prompts just ended up with people getting bullied by other people. I think my favorite was that at some point it was Brett stealing stuff from
Yes,
you.
my gummies.
Being really, my gummy, just being really sad, and that went on for like 3 things. Or that, and this is when, on the note of being identifiable, apparently me being identifiable is just draw a red blob on someone's head with a little bit of blue at the end, and that's Chrissy. And because I forget which round it was. It was either the round with you or the second round. I kept getting fucking bullied because people kept draw. I think it was like javelin or something, or flu. I was getting bullied. No, you know what it was? I was getting bullied because of my dumb answer in Bad Summary. Like, people were like, Chrissy rigged the game, and that became the entire
yes.
That became the entire fucking prompt of me being evil. Let me tell you, that fucking joke went on for the rest of the 24 hours. People can't get over that I made one dumb question in Bad Summary, even though Lauren still won. Because Max can't remember Disney princesses.
Yeah, that was embarrassing. Yeah. But yeah, question on that note: is the 24-hour stream still up? Will the segments be uploaded to your channel?
YouTube apparently doesn't encode streams that are more than 12 hours, so it wasn't archived.
So it's completely lost.
Yep. I'm not happy about that.
Did your OBS record it?
No. Yeah. No, was just. Trust me, I'm not happy about that. But you know, that makes it a one-of-a-kind experience, doesn't it? Yep.
Wow.
Ouch is the understatement. Ouch and whelp are the understatements of the century with how I felt in that moment. But yeah, the point is, whether the YouTube stream is up or not is besides the point.
Yeah.
The point is I stayed up for 36 hours. But yeah, we did a DA knockout live where we tested a new we tested an exclusive demo of this really big Undertale mod. Hello, not Undertale mod, fucking
for the rhythm
indie game Friday Night Funkin' mod called Indie Cross, which has
the hit indie game Friday Night Funkin'.
Yes, and like we did like a Sans level, there was a Bendy level, there was a Cuphead level. The Sans level can go die in a fucking ditch. But yeah, we did a lot of shit. Let's just say we did a lot of shit, and I was so like, I was exhausted crying by the end of it. I was just like, oh my god, we did all that because we raised $5,500.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. Which is fucking insane because I didn't even think we were gonna hit 5,000, and it was crazy. Max made a comment that did not translate well, but it.
Oh yeah, this one. Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a hard time because I'm allowed. But we did a lot. God, Sean overseeing me play Cuphead expert level was like Rocky getting trained to fight like his opponents, because it was just him being like, "Come on, you could do this. You could do this. You know, you just got to do this strat and this strat."
Oh yeah.
Rocky Balboa theme, but with a Cuphead sound font.
Yeah.
Training montage theme.
Yeah, exactly. But it was really fun. Like, I don't think I'll do a 24-hour stream again for a while. And if I do it again, I'm not going to stay awake for 12 hours before the stream. When I said that at the end of the stream, when it was just a little call with people, because I think it was like Chris was there, Max was there, Dylan was there and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, I was up like before the stream, and Dylan was like, Chrissy, how long were you up before the stream? And I was like, 9 p.m. on Friday night. Chrissy, that's 36 hours. Yeah.
I don't know how you can do that. I can barely
Don't
survive
tell
13 hours
Lauren.
of the day. And then I'm like, nope, I need sleep.
I'm not
Although-
a human. That's the thing, because I didn't take any sleep breaks. But yeah, I'm not human. But we did. We did a fantastic. Yes.
I mean, I guess I can't really say much too because I've done my own charity stream, a week-long stream. Now, obviously, I wasn't streaming for a week long. I was working with other people who were different part of the streams, but I was still doing streams where I had to stream for like 14 hours straight, and then come back to it like 6 hours later to stream for like another 14 hours after somebody else's block was done. It was a Sonic charity stream that I did back in like, I think it was like 2017 or 2018. It was basically like a Sonic marathon where we would just play like different Sonic mods, like for a bunch of other games, kind of like Sonic Hacking Contest, but without the contest part. We just play mods for charity. And it went really well. I don't remember exactly how much we made off the top of my head. Hold on. Let's see real quick. I think it was like $30,000 or something like that for the time that we did it. It's not. Hold on, I don't remember. Hold on.
But anyways, yeah. So
it was really fun though.
Yeah. But I was just like, don't tell Lauren. And then I finally went to bed, and I slept for like 36 hours because I fell asleep throughout the entire second half of Sunday. And then I woke up at 4 a.m. because I needed to eat. And then I had just like a little bowl of macaroni. Then I fell back asleep for all of Monday.
Food of
I think
champions.
I was up for 20 minutes on Monday. Yes, and then I woke up on Tuesday and I was like, yeah.
I should do another. Sorry.
Don't. I mean, do good stuff for charity, but at least practice safe sleep.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like that I told you all of Thursday, and you are going to finish this up, so you have tomorrow as a day, as a Friday, to rest and be well prepared for the stream, like relaxation-wise, right? Yeah, totally.
Totally.
Yeah. Oh well, now you have all the assets, right? For the next time.
Yeah, now I have all the assets. But yeah, besides that, nothing really happened I've been trying to keep my life boring. So yeah, besides that, it's just been the usual working, animating, editing, starting a new gym, all that kind of stuff. So, and people are exhausted with hearing Chrissy goes to the gym story, so I won't bore you with the details. All I know is that if you see me with a slight sunburn, it's because the gym's in walking distance and I still fucking live in California. So that's what I'm gonna have. I'm gonna get color, and maybe we'll find out if I could finally tan. I don't have hope.
I mean, if the exposure keeps light enough and recurring enough, so maybe.
Maybe, and then I'll finally look like my dad. But yeah, with that, Max, talk about your week.
Yes. Now that I have been
away for a minute.
Yeah, that I have been reminded of the fact that it's actually 2 weeks that I can draw upon. A few things happen. I mean, everything that Keyframe just mentioned regarding the 24-hour stream. But beyond that, there was also an Ritterfest, so a Knights festival, which happened not too far from Berlin. And Denim, being an old Renaissance Fair fan, was like, "Hey, let's go Ritterfest!" Like at an actual German castle. instead of those artificial landscapes that,
Right.
for example, the Renaissance Fair back in her home in Colorado took place, or takes place, especially since her friends recently went to it. It happened this year again after being not a thing last year, and all her friends from back home kept posting about it. Yeah, I know it was not the kind of castle like Schloss Schwanstein or whatever you expect, so more a big building. But it probably had a
Yeah.
lot of marble and stuff inside if we would have gotten inside the castle. But no, the festival was the Ritterfest was actually more outside on the green grass. Um, no, and
I've only ever. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
yeah,
So I've only ever technically been to one Renaissance fair. When I was in college a couple years back ago, our college was next to like a huge field. Like it was a field and a golf court, like all in a park, like all in one. And they would hold Renaissance fairs there, and I've more so just kind of walked through it. But I only have like one distinctive memory because since I lived on the campus and I was in the dorms next to that field, I remember they had some sort of like speaker system, and with that speaker system, somebody thought it would be a funny joke to play moaning throughout the speaker system. So through like for a mile out, because this was a huge speaker system, like something you would see at like a studio or something like that. Not a studio, like a at like a ballpark or something like that, where you can hear it like across like part of the city, right? So I'm just chilling there in my apartment, and I just hear moaning through the skies, clear as day, and it was so funny. Because the fact that it was so loud and it was so stupid that somebody would do that. But it was interesting nonetheless, and that's the only memory I have of a Renaissance fair right now.
okay.
But I would like to go to one like more specifically, but I'm kind of bad at the role playing part at those. I have trouble staying in character for things like that.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, I believe all this talking in all the times and stuff like where it was a bit more playful as the American thing was not at all the case here. By the way, this is the Burg or Schloss Diedersdorf where it took place. So as I said, it looks more like a big building, at least from the outside, but it has a little bit of an area belonging to it.
Yeah.
Some older buildings, like this looks for me like a old
That's
stable
cool.
or something. And I saw earlier, apparently it's also a hotel, and this is the inside. This looks more like an old European castle you would expect, or fortress.
It's really interesting and funny seeing like ancient like relics being modernized from the inside, because they keep the aesthetic for the outside, but then you walk into something like this and they completely modernize it
Yeah, but here
in
not
some
really.
ways.
Here,
Not really in the dining room so much, but
this one looks more modern from the outside and more traditional on the inside, funny enough. But yeah, sad thing is we didn't even get to the inside. The fest itself was taking place on one of the fields outside of the castle, so we saw it. We could see the castle. We walked by the castle. But no, it was fun. So they had actually, it wasn't too big, but it was a decent amount. They had, as I have been told, especially by Denim, who had more Renaissance fairs to draw comparison to, that they had actual food, which is not just some fast foodish stuff,
right.
which is medieval themed, but actual food like. I might not have forgotten to get breakfast that day. So when we arrived there in the early afternoon, I was like, "Oh shit! I feel the craving building up in my belly." And so it was like, okay, when we get there, the first food stall we see, we don't check anything out. First food stall, I need food or otherwise I go kaput. And and the first one happened to be salmon. Like basically, I like to compare it to being crucified. So you had salmon crucified to some board, and then those salmons over an open fire, roasting or barbecuing or whatever you want to call it, like at an angle, like just getting the heat, and then. You could order a slice of that, then you got a very neato big slice of that salmon, with then a bunch of small roast potatoes with it, and it was quite filling. It was a decent sized meal, all made in front of our eyes on this cart with just an open fire and stuff. And yeah, and then Denim herself got what was it called? It was basically also a long piece of loaf, but it was filled like very generously with cheese and I'm not sure what was in yours again, Denim. She will probably post in a second. But yeah, but very very heavy food, like good stuff.
Good plate
Handbrot,
of traditional food sounds so amazing.
And also fun. What was like on the website? It was like entry free if you come in actual chainmail, and there were people in actual chainmail. They actually like had a group there which had their own tents and everything built up. I forgot their name again. Spinach. It was spinach and cheese, right? And they were part of the program. That at some point, at some time slot, they went into the kind of area where stuff was presented. And I'm also very sorry that I don't have any pictures at hand. I didn't take any myself, and they have not been posted yet. But Eddie, what those guys did were like actually funny. They did a little bit of a tournament, which at the end, but it was not like as you sometimes know it. It was not jousting. It was more like melee, attacking each other with swords and shields. And as you sometimes know it, that there's some kind of choreographed thing going on, or it's a little bit like wrestling, like stunt show esque. No, in this case, this was really actual bunch of dudes in full chainmail going at each other and just smashing each other with actual metal swords
God.
on their helmets.
It sounds so fun, but I'd probably get bruised up for something like that.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
almost like a paintball fight in a way. It's like it's fun and painful, but God, you're gonna feel it the next day.
Oh yeah, I mean the guys are apparently some kind of club who are doing that. So it was not for audience to partake.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, and yeah, after that 24-hour stream. Yeah, that were the highlights of my last 2 weeks, I guess. Except for, of course, I went down to cinema, which will be my media in a moment. But yeah, until Key comes back, I guess I can also take the moment and talk about the art of the week with big thanks to our friend Noisy Paper Dragon. I'm not sure what the story was, why he got inspired to this, but it's obviously in the style of this new show. What's this Hanna-Barbera revival show? What's his name again?
Jellystone.
Yeah, I believe that's the one, right? I mean, if you look at the art style, I haven't watched it myself yet, so I'm just talking out of my ass. But no, the show came out. Keyframe was very enthusiastically talking about it an episode or two ago on Awkward. And yeah, I'm not sure if this directly led to the inspiration. I haven't seen Noisy in the chat yet, so he can't tell us what exactly inspired the drawing, but I believe it was some commentary we made, or maybe it was just Key being super happy about the show, or them being super happy about the show. Either way, he made this, and it's adorable, and therefore it's the art of the week. Da 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 da.
Da, 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 da.
Okay, and with
I personally haven't watched it yet either myself, though. It does look funny though because it's made by the same person who made Chowder, and I love Chowder, so.
Oh yeah, but hey, Noisy, you are here. Do tell us what did the inspiration for the piece again? Speaking of the devil, indeed. I was just praising your art of the week. Now waiting for the delay and giving him time to type. Yeah, but anyways, I guess we can also move on to the media. Keyframe will rejoin us once she's ready. Why don't you want to start with your media? Did you bring any media to talk about?
So I didn't really have anything too like super duper to like show or bring because I've been kind of busy with commissions and taking stuff out because like I said I went through a big move recently. So I'm under like a couple of different contract works and I'm trying to like get commissions done out for her. And I've also like picked up some commissions online. I guess honestly really the I guess my media was showing off my quote unquote new toys that Mallory got me for my
Let me
birthday.
bring them back. Let me bring them back. I believe we only talked about them in the pre-show, so now you have to talk about them again, I guess.
Yeah, so I mean, I actually got the the full set of the first series of these Undertale figures because it's my birthday in about a week. And my girlfriend Mallory, if there's anybody here who's familiar with Salty DK Dance stuff, because if you know Keyframe, you're probably also familiar with his stuff. Mallory is my girlfriend, my lovely girlfriend, and she got me these figures for my birthday. I actually have Sans and yeah, there she is. She's in the chat.
Okay.
The malfunction. Yeah, because I've been talking with her for a while about like what I've been wanting because I've been looking at these figures for a while, and she got the question of like, what do you think your gift's gonna be? And I got it. So instead of waiting for my birthday, she got it. She just gave it to me early. I actually do have the full set. You know what? Let me go grab those real quickly. I just have Toriel and Papyrus on my desk because they're my favorite. Because we have a whole media center out in our living room. So I was like, I'll keep my personal favorites up here,
But the rest
but
is
I'll put
like framing the
out
media
there
center.
for decoration. But let me go grab them and I'll take a picture of them so you get like a
Oh, okay. I will just remain here and keep everybody entertained. I don't have a ferret at hand, so different times require different measures. Oh god, I haven't juggled in literal years. Still, muscle memory is fascinatingly, it's still there. Wow, I did not see this one coming. Ha! Look at this. Those I don't know, $60 or whatever I spent on a juggling course or 2 juggling courses back in the day paid off totally. Huzzah! And it sounds like you are back.
Yep, I am back.
Ah, thank
So
goodness. Whew! I was running out of.
Now I'm gonna take a full picture of the full set. Again, ignore my slightly dirty screen. I still have to clean it post move. So these are all of the figures right here that came with the first set. There's actually more figures, but she just gave me the first set because that was the one that we were most interested in.
Yeah, because I'm now curious to see is it only main characters or are we also get many of the bazillion background characters?
I mean, the sets primarily focus on the main characters, but there's a couple of fun characters on the side, like Lesser Dog. It has like an extendable neck and stuff like that. Hey, what was in the
talking
segment?
about figurines?
Yeah, that's his media.
Yeah, we're talking about the figurines again. Let me.
Wait, you moved to me. I texted you to text me when you were done. When you're.
Oh, I didn't see your text. But yeah, his media is his figurine. So you did. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't really have much to bring in for today since most of the media that I've been creating or working on have been disclosed or have just been like random commissions. Not a lot of stuff that I've made myself.
Yeah, but I have to say, like, I mean, I don't want to question your relationship with Mal, and she sounds like a very lovely lady. But presenting you an Undertale set without Undyne in it is that is kind of a deal breaker. I have to be honest there. I mean,
well, the second set comes with Flowey, Metaton, Undyne, Alphys, and Temmie. So that would probably be a little bit more on your guys' part.
Because then it has all
exactly,
our favorite
exactly. So I guess you can keep the first half, and Keyframe and I get the second set.
Yeah, there you go.
Also,
it works out.
I want to say, while I was on the floor, I got a text, not from Max, but I got a text, And so Americans have been facing this lovely thing called spam text and spam callers incessantly the last few months, especially during the pandemic. So we just get spam callers of people trying to scam us and everything.
As it be.
But they've gotten creative in the texting field. So I'm just going to read this one that I just got. Hi, this make your wife horny in only minutes. Help make yourself hard for the number 4 her and will last 3 hours. Click this. Not to be confused with the one I got on Thursday, which is once your wife sees how hard you are with these, she will love you. Last 2 to 4 hours. Get yours free today.
I mean, this one at least sounded like a sentence, unlike the first one you read to us, which just sounded like
not
gibberish.
To be confused with this one that I got 2 weeks ago, saying, "Hey, this easily make your wife moist in just minutes. Get you hard for her and can last 5 hours. Click here."
Keyframe, is there anything you want to tell us? Anything what you get where you get hard? And I wasn't aware that you are married to a woman, so there's a lot you have to unravel here. I mean, those spam callers seem to know more than the rest of us.
As a straight, perpetually unmarried woman, this is very confused to me. But like,
very
also,
confused.
What would get hard in this situation? I don't want to know.
You're just not trying hard enough. That's why you need the pill.
Just to double check. So is this yet that Collin's media is figurines and your media is spam texts? I guess I have to revise my media. My media is too traditional. Maybe I can find something.
My media is, I mean, I can probably find, oh, look, another one. Your spouse horny in only 1 minute. We know this will make it rock hard for 3 hours at least.
Wish I got
Get
text
it
like
absolutely free. Oh, I keep specifically these.
What still?
Oh, here's this one. This one's sentimental. This one's sentimental. It is not easy when you cannot get it up at the right time. Happy wife, happy life. Try these for free, only for limited time, and stay hard for at least 5 hours guaranteed.
I mean,
here's my confusion with these texts is, don't most of these like erection pills or whatever say that if you have an erection lasting more than 4 hours?
Also, I want to see the singular wife who actually enjoys it for 5 hours. So
I know there's some crazy people out there.
Yeah,
look,
but this sounds
not
like
saying that you can't have an intimate time together for 5 hours, but I imagine with 5 hours that involves breaks.
Exactly, and 5 hours
like
just
it's not a fucking pound. Oh god, it's not a fucking marathon. You know, like I feel like at some point someone's gonna be tired or hurt or dehydrated. In the case of dude, probably blood loss.
Chrissy, that's why you need the pills. Come on, you got to step the game up. You got to pound your wife for 5 hours.
Here's the thing: is that one of them that I don't get is the one that it was like it'll make your wife moist in 1 minute. What is the pill doing to the woman? I'm just saying, I don't think the mere sight of an erect wiener is going to make a woman drip like a fucking foggy day.
Yeah, but what I find really disturbing about this is it must work. It must work or they wouldn't. I mean, yes, of course, there is a minimal amount of effort put into this. I mean, apparently not even the text is written by a real human. So there is just somebody programming something that then in every language on the planet starts spamming those out. But it still must work on some level to justify even this minute. Because if nobody would click that and fall for it, even the minimal effort that gets put into creating that in the first place would not happen unless it's just trolls doing it. I mean, this could also be true.
I also have this series of tweets, which is what I call the messages, which I call the Kevin texts, because these spam messages all have the name Kevin in them. It's our birthday this week, Kevin. $100 gift card for free groceries. Thank you for your allegiance. And then there was one where it was like, I'm not making this offer again, Kevin. Get this 2-bedroom, 2-bath rental. Kevin, are you there, Kevin? Like, and they're all spam texts because they have links.
I mean, okay,
but it's just like, who the fuck is Kevin?
Yeah, but at least they have a little bit of a creativity behind it, and are just not like trying to push it something. Because funny enough, I also got one last week, which was like on WhatsApp of all things. Hi, driver Lucas. I plan to arrive in Berlin in October. Can you meet me at the airport? So I look at this and I'm like, it looks 95% sure like a spam, but it has a profile picture, and let there be against all odds, let there be a person who has a number of a driver who arrives in October, a little bit vague as a date, but okay, comes in October, let there be a pre-arrangement, they had a typo in their number. So, sorry, wrong number. I actually responded, was like, sorry, wrong number, because what can go, as long as I don't click any links, nothing can happen. Sorry, I might have entered the wrong number. I hope I won't bother you. Sweat smiley. Okay, no worries. Have a safe trip. Okay, maybe I really helped the person. What is your name? Wait, maybe we can become good friends. Really? And I just replied with, and here I naively thought this wasn't spam, sad smiley. And then the reply actually, I found the reply actually funny. I guess I can show it without revealing anything. Like, and this is the reply to me confronting them about being spam.
Yeah, I think that
I found another one saying.
But yeah, media. Otherwise, I declare those spam messages your actual media.
Can I say one more and
one
then I'll
more,
say
that's
my
the last
actual
one.
media?
And then we figure out if Collin is actually done with his media.
All right, the last one is from April 29th. Shows how long these spam texts have been happening.
Shows how long you save them.
I don't clear out
sound like they're worth
unless
saving.
it's from people I hate. But babe, I'm so horny for you. Did pics turn you on? Sent more pics of you.
Bruh.
What?
That's not even trying to sell you a product.
Yeah, once again, this is like, do they just collect blackmail material? And again, it must work.
Came up a link.
It must
work.
Otherwise, this wouldn't exist. It must work. Somebody must actually be like, yeah, have a pic.
Let me send you my dick pic.
It must.
Yeah, but anyway, Collin, were you done talking about your figurines? I'm sorry.
No, you're like, so refresh me again though. Like, what would count as your guys' media again though? Just
anything you can talk about.
Just anything you can talk about.
Which you proved you can. There was a story behind your figurines. You got to defend why you got the wrong set with all the bad characters.
I never admitted to that one. This has all the best characters, like Toriel, especially Toriel. Yeah, literally the only other thing that I can talk about, like of interest that has happened lately, would be Deltarune, but I can't really share that with you guys, and probably not the chat as well because it's still pretty fresh. So yeah,
I don't want to hear about it. I just came back. I'm not walking away again.
No, that's what I'm saying, because I think
Deltarune hard for 4 hours at least.
I think Deltarune is still kind of on the spoiler warning like wall right now.
It's the very least episode 2, which literally just dropped the other day.
Yeah, so I mean, definitely gonna wait a while before I talk about it, but it's good, really good. I've already seen Mallory and I played it together, and what's really cool about Mallory and I playing games like Undertale is that we voice them together, and we also do that with some of our friends.
And that sounds super silly. Who would ever do something like this, playing an Undertale-esque game together and voicing all the characters? Keyframe.
Why do you think I have such a good Papyrus voice?
This is I believe this is my Sans voice. Sans talk like this. Who did Papaya? Did I do Papaya? Exactly, I was imitating.
I did. I did Papyrus.
I believe your Papaya sounded similar like his. Yeah.
I mean, Papyrus is literally
some spaghetti.
Papyrus is literally just a Skeletor voice. That's really all it is.
I did Undyne too, and Undyne just kind of looking back, Undyne was the precursor to the voice I used for Coach Cos in the friend line.
Oh my! I mean,
Just kinda
similar,
like
similar
this, man.
energy, similar energy.
Mhm.
But no,
Yeah.
it's really fun, especially when you get that like personalized experience. Because my friend Kieran, he played Undertale for the first time last year as well, and we voice acted the entire game for him, like me and our group of friends. I mean, we selected our roles and we stuck to them. It was great, and then he played Deltarune, and then now he's Deltarune too. Like it's a thing that's gonna probably continue going on into the future, just for him specifically, which is great. He gets that personalized experience. All copies of Undertale and Deltarune are personalized.
Yeah.
Yeah. Outside of talking about my toys, essentially, don't really got too many other pieces of media
So
to
I
talk
guess
about.
It's fine
I
because
guess
we
we can
also
move on.
might want to talk about ours.
Yeah. So
No, yeah.
Max, would you like to go with your media
I-
since I interrupted so much with my you make your wife moist in 1 minute text messages.
Exactly. I didn't want to know about you and your wife's sex life, Keyframe. Thank you very much.
Who is your wife?
My career. I don't know. A fucking.
She's a
you know
frail.
what? Here-
Your career
here-
is a frail mistress.
I have my wife. Here's a lovely
Oh,
picture of my wife.
Ah.
As you can see, I have great taste.
I was gonna say Mal's your wife now.
Well, I mean,
That
I
works
wouldn't
too.
mind Mal as my. Fine,
Mal can
everyone
get
is
me
my
right,
wife now. I will make you moist in 1 minute.
Oof. Anyways, so I guess mine will also not be too long. I went to the cinema. Wait, what is this? No, this is Gartic Phone. We already watched that. I went to the cinema and I watched a thing which were people totally surprised because it's not a complete blockbuster right now.
Oh, Shang-Chi.
Exactly. So, I literally did not know of this Marvel character until, well, this movie happened. Which is
You were part of the majority, which is disgusting.
which is I mean, it's also not surprising because the MCU has taken a lot of low profile characters and turned them into hits, and so that you don't know a Marvel character, MCU character happens. But yeah, so I went there with Denim, who had an invested interest because martial arts, because it is, I believe there's not even any competition, it is the most martial artsy MCU movie to date. I wouldn't even know which one could come close.
It actually has fight choreography,
Yeah,
yes.
it actually has martial arts and not just sci-fi and stuff. And the most important question that everybody should always ask when going into an MCU movie, especially nowadays: when does it take place? Because here's the funny thing about the MCU timeline. Back in the good old days, up until Infinity Wars prequels, like Captain America: First Avenger aside, all of them took place in real time, quote unquote. So when a movie came out in 2010, then it was 2010 in the MCU. When there were 2 years between two movies, then there were 2 years in between the events. Then something happened, and we were 5 years in the future suddenly. And
then
Yeah,
they
and-
said 8 years later, and then everything got fucked up.
yeah, and therefore technically, so Far From Home was also taking place in the future, not in the year of the release. I mean, we had a little bit of stuff with Ant-Man and the Wasp, which technically came out shortly after Infinity War, but technically took place right before.
It was a feature-length post-credit sequence.
It basically, basically that. Yeah, so Shang-Chi takes place in the present again, which means between the snap and Endgame. So
Nice.
So it's like, and the thing is, we literally couldn't. They referenced half of the people disappearing, which was like, okay, we are definitely post Infinity War, but when? And it took us until the post-credit scene to be able to narrow it down, be like, oh, okay, yeah, now we know when we are.
So quick thing though, I do want to watch Shang-Chi, so probably don't.
That's
talk
why I
about
didn't
the-
say anything, no worries.
Post too much.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
just wanted to point out it took us until the post-credit or mid-credits, one of those scenes, it took us until then to actually narrow down when this movie is happening. And it apparently is in the 5 years between the snaps. But you couldn't tell from the mentality of the people. The people did not display the immense depression you saw in the beginning of Endgame. So it could have. I could have also put it in. The reference is very general. Anyways, Kung Fu. What else is there to say about the movie? I enjoyed it. I went in with basically no expectations because I didn't know about the character. I didn't know where to put it into the MCU. I hadn't seen any trailers. So I was just like, okay, MCU movie. I've seen everything to this point. I'm gonna see this one too, and especially since Denim was like, yeah, Shang-Chi, awesome, martial arts, wanna see. I'm like, yeah, cool, let's do. And I had a really good time. It is very martial artsy. It is among the MCU movies. I believe I heard people on YouTube and be like, wow, my new favorite MCU movie. I don't think it's my new favorite, but it was a very solid one for sure. Absolutely solid one.
I'm excited to see this movie because, like, I love martial arts choreography and just really good choreography fight scenes in general.
Then you will like it.
Something I grew up with was the original Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball in general, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT. But what I love about the original Dragon Ball, to go slightly off tangent, is that it's very heavily focused on the martial arts and like good fight choreography. And not to say that modern Dragon Ball and post Z doesn't have its good fights and its own choreography. They become a little too reliant on like the flying and laser beam shooting and kai throwing, all that to be like
Pew, pew.
as complicated. But that's why I like the original one, and I also love the MCU and Marvel, so it's like definitely gonna go ahead and see this. But I'm in a bit of a unique situation right now. Not really a situation, but Mallory and I are saving our first theater experience to go see No Way Home. Then we'll probably get a backtrack to the other films that come out between that time, which I believe is Shang-Chi. Yeah. Which I believe was Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and I think Eternals is coming out soon as well.
Yeah, another one where I don't know anything about.
You clown, saving your theater experience for Spider-Man. I'll have you know, I have the best return to theater experiences in that I watched In the Heights and Lupin the First in theaters. Totally better than some Spider-Man. I mean, who cares about Spider-Man anymore? Am I right?
Like
Spider-Man. Tom Holland. Tom the Cinnamon Roll Holland. How can you not care?
It's just Spider-Man. It's just Spider-Man. I really hope there's like 50 Uncle Bens that appear and all die at this point.
It was just Spider-Man when it was Andrew Garfield. But it is Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Hey, don't you poo-poo on Andrew Garfield. He did nothing wrong.
I mean, I like Andrew Garfield. I really do like Andrew Garfield.
I was.
But I think he's too much of a pretty boy to be Spider-Man.
I don't
Everything
know.
else about him
And
was
Tom
great.
Holland isn't. The only one out of the three that didn't fit the pretty boy mold is Tobey Maguire because he's 2000.
Excuse me,
Tom
have
Holland
you
is
seen?
also kind of a pretty.
Have you
Tom
seen
Holland's
his?
also kind of a pretty boy, but he fits the Spider-Man bill better. And also, have you seen his weird like puckered lip thing that he does? Like, sometimes he just looks like he just got stung by bees.
No, Collin, I'm not looking at Tom Holland's lips for an extended period of time.
That's not what I meant.
Colin, careful there. Mel might get the wrong idea there.
If anything, Tom Holland to me kind of just looks like a younger, slightly weird looking, Tobey Maguire. They kind of got the same hairdo and the same face.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, what I said
Wow.
about Tobey Maguire was already bad. You, wow, man, the shit on the
I
40-year-old.
I have the
don't you?
feeling
Like,
we
Jesus.
better move on to your media. Final
Sorry.
thoughts. Great kung fu MCU wise. It's part of the overall canon with callbacks and probably setup for future movies. So if you have watched every
It's also after Endgame. It's not between the snap.
what?
It's not. It's after Endgame.
This doesn't make sense.
Well, yeah, but it's canonically after Endgame.
Wait, where did you get this information from? Because what
The
we
director.
but what then the director does no, it doesn't
The
make
director
sense.
is wrong.
Then the post-credit scene doesn't make sense. I'm not sure if he wasn't involved for the post-credit scene, but there were certain indicators which time it very clearly, very shortly after Infinity War.
According to press releases, it is after Endgame, but that's all we'll say.
Okay, we have to probably have to watch it again. Okay, apparently the most important question about the movie was answered wrongfully by me. Oh well, it happens.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe
Maybe.
the press releases lied. They've done that before.
And yeah, but then yeah, if you have seen every MCU movie to point, watch this one too. It's good. Okay, Keyframe, you have the thing, the place, the open it up.
Yeah, I
browser.
linked it.
Blah. And there it is.
Okay, so hey guys, Chrissy's gonna talk about a spooky YouTube thing like she does every other week because she doesn't have. Max's disdain as soon as I said that. Just follow me on this, okay? It's good. Have I recommended bad spooky things? I don't think so.
I start to feel Enigma's disdain for me talking about audiobooks.
No, okay, fuck off. Here's the thing. So this is Nexpo, and Nexpo is, I guess you could say, a video essayist, documentator. Documentator is probably better. And he goes into all types of horror-based content, and it's not just fictional horror things. Like it could be like actual mysteries or things in the real world. The most recent videos about like this fucking boarding school in Maine that was part of the troubled teen industry that was basically a cult, and then going into the abuse that the kids went through and the terrifyingness that they were basically legally allowed to kidnap the kids and keep them there. And that existed until 2010. From the 1950s till 2010.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, so this is, but yeah, you have stuff like the Walton Files, which is a fictional thing, like different like creators, different histories, all kinds of weird shit.
Oh look,
And
he's even
there's
talking
YouTube.
about that. Your creepy YouTube media from last time.
Yeah, but there is also the thing that the running theme is that most of these are connected in some way through the internet. Like how the way that the boarding school started to really break down was because of the rise of internet and spread of information. So I've been like playing them when I'm trying to fall asleep because he has a very calming voice. Like it's a very don't give me that. What?
I listen to super creepy horror stuff. Part of it, some of them even real life, because it helps me to sleep. You know, other people probably get nightmares from watching some of those videos. You'll explicitly listen to them to fall asleep. But please continue.
Know what? If I listen to these and I fall asleep, I get dreams about you bringing your ferrets over to me and me petting them, which was my dream last night. So you know what? I'm perfectly fine with whatever it does to my hippocampus. But like, what's wrong with me dreaming about ferrets?
No, it's
Nothing's wrong with you dreaming about ferrets.
But it's like that watching horror YouTube videos invokes ferret fantasies.
Because the stuff doesn't creep me out. Like, the thing doesn't creep me out. I just get fascinated by it because there's a lot of, especially the fictional stuff, because I find it fascinating of how these people create these narratives. When it comes to the real life stuff, I'm more like disgusted and intrigued. But I don't. But are you looking for Himbo and Rocket?
Yeah, but they probably figured out that sleeping near my desk is dangerous because I keep picking them up.
Wait, did you name one of your ferrets Himbo?
Yes.
Yeah, one's named Himbo,
That's
one's
a good
named
name.
Rocket. I suggested the Rocket name. But yeah, so point being, don't judge me for what I find soothing. It's the guy's voice that's soothing, not the content he talks about. Point being, I find the content fascinating simply because I find just what the human psyche as a fascinating thing. And a lot of the stuff is basically the degradation of the human psyche, or if it's fictional media, how things slowly become more disturbing over time when you go deeper into it and the conscious starts to seep away to the subconscious. I find that stuff neat. I'm sorry.
I mean,
This is my media, not a defense.
Now you
Don't
must write a
me, Enigma.
Now you must write a
What?
4-page essay as to why it's cool.
You know what? Maybe I will. I already have to make a 3-hour video on the shmoo. What else am I doing with my time?
Exactly.
But-
you
but,
better
like-
deliver.
Chrissy, I'm on your side though. That I like that stuff too, and sometimes their voices also put me to sleep.
Thank you, Collin. See, and this is the Collin show, so you have to agree with Collin because it's the Collin show.
Collin show.
Yeah, Collin show. But okay, Chrissy is a horror weirdo. Fuck off! I'm sorry that I'm not watching Marvel movies every day and stuff. And I would like to point out that I do intersperse this with Centaur World and Jellystone episodes, the exact opposite of these things. Okay. Anyways, fuck. So
We're
yeah,
all
he
nerds in
talked
our
about-
own way.
Who would enjoy it?
Exactly.
Who should stay away?
People who like. Okay, if you've liked every other horror thing I've pitched during this fucking podcast, you would like this. If you like learning new things and wanting to find new horror media, you would probably enjoy a lot of the fictional things he talks about, like the Walton Files and stuff. Or 2020 Vision, which is the YouTube channel predicting people's deaths, which is the one with the eye. Which, very Death Note of you, Nexpo. But it's, I feel like if you are not easily spooked, like, if you can listen to and watch this kind of stuff, and you're not like, you either like to be spooked, or you're not easily spooked and you're more fascinated by the concepts, you would like this. There's no gore, so even little babies can watch it, and watch it with the babies.
Watch the horror with the babies.
If you like psychological horror, you would like this. That's a fact. If you don't like it, if you don't like long form content, because some of these can go on for like an hour and a half, maybe don't. But if you want something to listen to while you're cooking, these are perfect. Nothing better than cutting up meat while listening to The Cult in a Boarding School, let me tell you.
So on a scale from now I need to have another end for the scale. I only have one so far. On a scale from Frederick Knudsen to
Okay, so
dead.
You're saying from down the rabbit hole to
dead. Where is this one on? Because
I feel like it is actually it basically is a down the rabbit hole, but for horror media and horror and real life horrific events.
I might be intrigued.
So I mean, because yeah, it is very thorough. It is down the rabbit hole. He puts chapters on his videos, which are very nice.
Yeah,
thank you, Chat. Those are always great. But it's not like he is not the horrifying person, okay? If anything, him talking in his nice, soothing voice may make the stuff more palatable. It is the stuff that he's talking about is scary. So, you know what? Then you could pick and choose.
Yeah.
So it's not like Local 58 where there's an ongoing thing and you'll fall out of the loop. it is, if you want to learn about a Redditor that went missing, there's one for that. If you want to look up something fictional, there's and sometimes there's just weird shit like gas stations and sonic sound effects, which is just a weird thing. So there's a little bit of something for everyone, except if you want to laugh. I don't think you'll laugh. Oh yeah, like Night Mind. Netro's got it. Night Mind was also someone's I've suggested before. So yeah. So if you like that stuff, there you go.
Cool.
But yeah, that's the end of media. Let's lightning round through these questions, dudes.
I only have one on Twitter, so that will be easy.
Is it Mal? Is Mal asking a question?
No, I don't think so. If Mel did, then she didn't use the hashtag.
No.
The only one that I have is from J-Rock. Would you rather live in a smart home or one where it's not as technological? So would you like would you like to live in a smart home?
Okay, I'm going to make this more extreme.
Okay.
To make this, would you rather live in a smart home, like house of the future sort of shit, or would you rather live in a very primitive home, so you only have the bare essentials, fully minimalist?
Yeah. Maybe this is actually what he was going for.
Yeah,
Collin,
personally,
smart house or minimal?
I would definitely live in a smart house because I'm a sucker for like smart technology and using creative ways to do it, like smart lights, for example, right? Pairing up a Google Home to smart. I know that's a bare minimum of quote unquote smart, but I love technology convenience. As long as it's not one of those like future houses that can fold on top of itself, and
you know, like the Pierce Brosnan cameo or appearance in the Simpsons episode.
I have not seen that one, unfortunately. No.
It's a smart. The Simpsons turn their home into a smart home, and the AI is voiced by Pierce Brosnan. Oh, and it's a Treehouse of Horror episode. Do I need to say more?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, when you think about AI, you have like the horrors that come along with it, but like best case scenario, because the question is, would you rather live in a normal house or a horror technological house? I'm going to assume the smart house is built properly, and I would definitely go for the smart house for the convenience.
I see.
Yeah. Okay. Here's my question here for qualifier. Can the house make me fly? Can this house have anti-gravitational capabilities and I can fly around my house?
I mean,
how smart are we talking?
I mean, this is. Oh, J-Rock says yes.
Yes. Okay, then I'm getting a smart house. I want to fly. Honestly, I just want a smart house so I can have the best Halloween house on the block when Halloween comes around. I would host a haunted house and just have the smart house be the most terrifying thing of all time. And then the kitchen will be full of candy. Like I want to live in the Jetsons. I don't care if the house folds itself. You know how awesome it would be if I could fold the house into a little suitcase and take it wherever I want? I don't need it to get a hotel for a con. I'll just find a park and put the giant house there. Who's going to stop me? The police?
Yeah, because you just vandalized public property. You ruined a perfectly fine park. Unless we are talking Baltimore, there they don't have nice parks. Hey-oh!
The police isn't going to try to move an entire house, especially one that probably has bionic arms.
No, they only move you into a prison cell for vandalizing in a park. Anyways,
and that implies they can get in the house.
I also basically need to specify. So if we are talking the low-tech house, does it have internet or electricity, water?
No.
Sorry, no. I'm a city kid.
It has literal bare essentials. So you have water, you have windows, you have an ice box. You're basically living like someone from the 1950s.
I'm out. I like this for this kind of like back to the roots nature experience. I like it for like a 2-3 weeks adventure vacation. But after that, I want to come back into my home with internet, a big fat fridge, I mean, I'm not too much about the modern craze, but if it is an either or thing, then the smart house, even at the risk of getting murdered by it, wins because that's the life I'm used to. Sorry.
Okay, well there you go,
But yeah,
J-Rock. There's your answer. All of us are smart houses for different reasons.
that was
Sucker
Twitter.
wants to fly and can't live without internet because he's a big little baby.
I am a
I mean,
millennial.
I wouldn't want him to live without internet. Then I can't talk to him unless he just uses an actual phone. Okay,
I would just appreciate it for technical convenience and fun things I can do with a smart house.
like fly.
Yes, like fly.
Yeah. Okay, so we didn't get a lot of questions, so
Oh, convenient.
I guess good. Okay, so ask awkward. Let's try this out with what I'm dubbing a key rant. Oh boy. So Key, please rant if it's possible why cartoons with crappy quality getting like 5+ seasons, but ones with great writing, dynamics, and characterizations are starting to get 3-season axe treatment, like with the recent canceling of Final Space and Kid Cosmic. Kid Cosmic didn't get canceled.
As well as Owl House. Sorry,
well,
but
okay. Kid Cosmic didn't get canceled. They planned 3 seasons.
okay, which is fair.
But that's a series ending.
Mhm.
Final Space got fucked over.
Mhm.
I'm going to be mad about that for months.
Yeah.
But like,
Owl House
no,
seems to be fucked over too.
Owl House didn't get a full last season.
Yeah,
But at
exactly.
least they are getting ended. They will end it.
Okay.
It's not like they're getting axed after what. It's shitty. That's what it is. Final Space is the shittiest one out of all of them. If you've seen what the 3rd season ends like. But okay, I don't really want to do a key rant though. I'm in a good mood today. I don't want to be mad.
But
especially about something that I can get genuinely mad about.
But yeah, I mean,
I guess this could be a discussion.
Yeah, I mean, there is also the point that you just brought up with, yeah, it's important to keep in mind the difference between a cancellation and a show ending. And of course, there's also the opposite thing to consider, a show not being allowed to end. Voltron!
Family Guy.
But this kind of plays into his question, doesn't it? Where it's like, yeah, why are shitty shows allowed to go on, even so when they're not good anymore?
Alright, here is my... This isn't a rant, this is Chrissy knows a lot about the animation industry from the business perspective, so I'm going to be saying the hard truth. Sit down, babies. Okay, here's the thing, is that with shows that get 5+ seasons extra, I feel like they're implying, like, the Family Guys, the SpongeBobs, the, at least now in the streaming universe, like Big Mouth, stuff like that. They all go from ravenous things of contracts. And when it comes to something like Fox for Family Guy, that has been... It is... Fox and Family Guy and SpongeBob have the similar thing in that they are aired at so often, and they are ratings darlings. And in an era of dying cable, they are going to use that and thus spread it to as much places as they can, because SpongeBob is also on streaming on Amazon and all that stuff. And now Family Guy is going to be on FX and Freeform because they took it off of Adult Swim, even though Adult Swim is what saved Family Guy back in the day, because Fox, remember, Family Guy's been canceled twice.
Yeah, like
back
twice.
When it was good. And then they moved it to Adult Swim, and that and the DVD sales went boop, 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 and they had it. Big Mouth is because of, I would argue they advertise it a lot because of the celebrities that are part of the show, and the production studio gets bigger contracts.
So this is basically just a star power that makes this show.
It's being the darling because of the bigger networks making them the darlings. And I think Fox is doing that retroactively, and now Disney, because Disney owns Fox, is doing that retroactively because they saw, oh, we fucked over the first 2 times, let's not do that again. But it's just a thing that when you have these big networks that can greenlit a bunch of ideas, whether it be cable or streaming, and streaming is so much more guilty, they put their eggs in a basket to advertise one thing, meanwhile greenlighting a lot of other stuff to give the impression that they are constantly making content, but they axe them after one season or something, blame the shows and not for not having grassroots popularity, instead of the fact that they
Infinity
don't advertise
Train.
their stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, instead of not advertising their shit properly, because you have so much saturation of things, and you just don't decide to whittle stuff down and focus on the quality of the few things you have. And we live in a media age where quantity can take over quality, even though the consumer deep down would like quality, but
Quality.
because we are general masses, we will consume so much, and thus when we watch stuff, it dies down because, well, we are big babies. We can't hold everything in our head long enough. We can only hold memories of 150 people at max. So there's a lot of different cog turning things here. This says nothing about how good the actual shows are. This is blaming the big wigs. So at the end of the day, I'm just going to say eat the rich. But also, just to say as a precursor here, please don't shit and attack on people who work on these shows that people count as shitty. It's not their fault. They get contracted to do this shit. They do the best with what they got.
They gotta get a
So,
paycheck, people.
Yeah, don't
They gotta
attack
feed themselves.
animators. Yeah, don't attack animators at Titmouse for animating Big Mouth. Don't attack writers who work on Family Guy and SpongeBob. Like, I see so many people give shit to storyboard artists who work on SpongeBob and Camp Coral and The Patrick Show, saying, you're stimulating this milking of a franchise. It's like, no, they're working on a fucking cartoon. They didn't greenlight the show. Like, that would be like getting mad at someone working at Burger King when you find out that the higher-ups at Burger King kick puppies. They're not the one kicking the puppy. Like, for fuck's sake. So yeah, there you go. That's the key rant. I don't know what you were expecting.
I guess it turned into one, so...
Well, here's the thing. Unless you're asking me to rant about something silly, key rants actually are just me taking off the veneer of key and being more Chrissy, because this kind of way is how I usually talk, which is a mature adult. So I guess there you go. I want to go to another question. I want to have fun. Can someone say something fun?
You go for it.
This one's actually a
train.
Good... Yes.
I want more Infinity Train. I want it now.
I want more. I mean, there's hints that we may be getting a movie.
Yeah, I know. And hopefully with people seeing how much people were rallying for that season 5 movie. Hopefully.
But this is like like the crippled third season of Owl House, or...
Well, the thing is that a movie was planned to happen within the...
But they will probably they will probably be forced to wrap up more and include more in the movie now that they cannot do all the seasons that were planned.
I mean, the thing is that the movie could just be the... Because here's the thing that Infinity Train would have over... I'll make this quick. That has over stuff like Owl House in just being a movie is the fact that when you put an actual full season of Infinity Train into
it
one
basically
season,
is one movie.
basically the length.
It basically is a movie anyways.
And
but that's kind of how I like my content anyways.
Yeah. What I think is going to happen if they make an Infinity Train movie is that they're going to be doing Book 5 with Amelia. And because that's what Book 5 was supposed to be. Not a spoiler, the show's canceled right now. So, but I feel like if that does well, then we may get other stuff greenlit. However, keep in mind, people, us as consumers, we have no idea when shit actually gets approved or denied. Apparently, Olin knew about Final Space being canceled months before he even told us. And they waited giving him the clearance until the 3rd season's on Netflix or HBO Max for America, which is shitty. Shitty. But it's just a thing of there may be stuff going on we don't know. I mean, apparently they're recording for season 2 of Clone High right now, which some people had to clarify because Chris Miller put out video of him making JFK makeout sounds, and people were like, wait, are they only now recording season 1? No, you idiots. They've been working on this show since last year. So, but there you go. Anyways, this is a good question. Hail Satan asks.
Oh.
Thank you, Ori. What's a YouTube channel you subbed to a while ago, but now you only follow them because you've forgotten to hit unsubscribe? This was actually a question asked during my sticker head stream a few days ago, so I know my answer. But yeah, what's a channel that you just haven't hit unsubscribe to?
I mean,
even if you or at least you don't even watch anymore.
I was about to
kind of
say,
thing,
for
where
me, it's a little bit funny because I'm probably the last user on YouTube who primarily goes to their subscription page instead of the home page. Because, yeah, if you go to the subscription page, guys, you know what you actually see? All the videos that you have the channels you have subscribed to in chronological order. So you see new videos on top, and you see all your channels. The entire ring the bell is not needed anymore because I fucking see all of them. Now, which brings me...
most of my experiences are I forget to unsubscribe from channels that are dead.
That's a fair point, but then again, it's like, yeah, if they are dead, you also, it's why unsubscribe in the first place? I mean, no, but so
like
the question would be like, so for me, it would probably be more down the lines of, okay, who am I still subscribed to, see in my feed regularly,
and you don't click on.
Exactly, I don't watch them. I don't feel any desire to watch them, but I'm still subscribed for some reason.
That's how the question was worded as on my stream, because they were like, you subscribe to them out of a loyalty, even though you don't really watch the content anymore. So.
And not even that. I mean, with some, I'm like, oh yeah, this is something that sounds interesting, and I totally want to check it out one day, but I never do.
Okay, Collin, do you have one that you are either you don't watch them anymore, or you still stay subscribed to them even if you don't watch their stuff anymore?
That's a bit of a hard one because like
you just say that it's Derek. We know.
No, I like Derek. So I watch Derek's stuff all the time whenever he uploads a new video. I don't know. I'm taking a look at my my subscription feed right now.
Same. I have so much.
Then I can give my answer to Stall, I guess.
I mean, I could answer at any point because I have so many.
Yeah, I mean, like, my thing is that I am subscribed to a lot of YouTube OGs kind of thing, because, well, I've been on YouTube for so long, but I don't watch so many of them anymore. Like, I'm subscribed to Epic Mealtime. I don't think I've watched an Epic Mealtime video in like 4 years.
Do they still make videos?
I think they do. Let me look at their channel.
I used to watch them, but
here's a random one. This is actually pretty interesting because this person hasn't uploaded since like I want to say maybe like 2015 when like the videos were still kind of like funny. There's a guy that I subscribed to who did a lot of like soundboard like prank call videos. He used to be pretty popular for it like back in the day, and he recently started uploading more like a lot of them. Like back to his old roots, and I'm subscribed and I keep seeing them in my subscription box, but I haven't watched any of them yet because I've kind of lost interest in that, because at that point you're just annoying people with and sounds they're just random innocent people too. If it was like it's a spam call, that's one thing. I'll fuck with a spammer for hours upon hours if given the ability to. But that's a pretty good example of something I've been seeing pop up in my subscription box lately that I'm just not interested in watching anymore. And now that we say that, I'm going to unsubscribe.
No.
Well, that just happened.
Yeah, I mean, and yes, Epic Mealtime still uploads. They uploaded something called Lucky Charms Pad Thai 4 days ago. You
would think that the concept of more bacon stripes becomes boring or becomes pointless after a few years.
The thing is that from what I can see, they went more into the direction of making just weird food and less of, hey, let's make this food but 40 times bigger kind of thing. Which I understand, that's not a bad thing the direction to pivot to. But I just stopped watching, but I'm still subscribed. I've been subscribed for years. And I think they're really cool dudes, but
But yeah, I believe
I think that's my big
maybe
example.
yeah, and my most iconic answer. I have a bunch of channels where I'm like, yeah, theoretically I want to still check them out or whatnot, or eventually I will totally come around, blah blah blah. But no, I guess the best one is Mike Russell. So the channel is named after the dude, and what he is doing is he is an audio editor. And he frequently releases tips and tricks how to best tweak your audio with Adobe and other programs. And I originally came across him because he had a video on background noise reduction or on some weird sound effect, how to make your voice sound like a specific whatever. And I'm like, wow, especially when I still was producing videos, You remember those times? For how many years ago? 4 at this point, probably.
Yeah.
And I subscribed to him, and but not even with an intention of watching him. It's like, yes, so I know how to find him. Every now and then I see a video popping up, and like, oh, what's this? Oh, Mike Russell. Ah, yeah, the sound guy. Okay.
Are you gonna unsubscribe now?
No, I have not unsubscribed because, hey, who knows? If I ever need some video editing tips, I might want to check out this channel I subscribe to for that purpose. Audio editing.
Yeah, maybe. It's better to have it and not need it.
Exactly.
Okay, so here's another question. I will never have enough Denim asks. Surgeon Simulator, Tabletop Simulator, Cooking Simulator, so many wacky simulator games these days. What type of simulator do you want to see made? Okay, I want freelance artist simulator, and you're just drawing, and then you have to constantly make sure that you're not going to have lower back pain that's going to follow you until you're like 90. So you have to constantly stretch. But then there's other deadlines and stuff popping up, so you keep forgetting to stretch. So you have to constantly manage your own health with getting stuff done.
So it sounds a little bit like a non-horror paint of Five Nights at Freddy's. Now you're sitting, and you constantly have to do thing here, and you constantly have to do thing there, and sitting, and once again, and you also need to manage your own energy levels. It's basically it's basically a Five Nights at Freddy's mod.
And there can be multiple endings. There's the ending where your partner leaves you because you're constantly and it could be called the married to your work ending. And there's the but yeah, there you go. There's my freelancer simulator, self-employment sim. There you go.
That's the one.
Yeah,
for sure.
What about you, Collin?
I gotta think on that. No, it's not really something I ever pondered. If I had to make a
that's most of the questions that the people give for this fucking show. What about you, Max? While Collin ponders and you're looking.
I mean, Tabletop Simulator already is a fun thing, but this is already something that does exist, so I need to go a little bit more out there. What kind of simulator where it's like something that I either ironically or sincerely would love to be able to experience?
See, I'm also just trying to think of something dumb. Like, what kind of dumb simulation could I think about? Not even a serious one.
You can't even say power washing. There's so many simulators made of actual things. Oh
right,
my god, it should go into the direction of Goat Sim and be Ferret Simulator. So you have to be you get to be a ferret, and your whole purpose is just stealing shit. So it's like Untitled Goose Game.
So
Goat Sim.
It sounds to me more like Who's Your Daddy?
No, there's not going to be another player trying to get you.
I mean like the ferret trying to kill itself the entire time.
No, it's not trying to kill itself. It's just stealing shit.
But they're actually not. At least ours are actually not doing a lot of stealing. They're just trying to kill themselves all the time.
I want to perpetuate the stereotype.
Yeah, the stereotype that ferrets are not even capable of surviving and would constantly kill themselves if a human doesn't watch over them. That is a stereotype.
Yes.
I'm sure it's already a thing. out there somewhere, but
But I'm
bird
gonna look it up.
simulator.
Bird
want to-
simulator. Let me see.
I want to be a little bird. I want to yell at people.
There
and
is a
steal
bird
their-
simulator. It looks
Oh
terrifying.
boy. Yeah.
This is here's the title art for it.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh boy, that is disturbing. It even has the typical simulator font or style.
Uh-huh.
Let me make this
I guess
bigger.
you start as you control the descendants of dinosaurs, get them back to the top of the food chain and destroy humanity.
Why is there a
Oh my
hand?
God.
Why is there a hand grenade that the small bird is trying to probably make detonate?
The bird
Yeah, they
placed it
destroy
there
humanity.
themselves.
Yeah. For as you know, birds aren't real. Birds were made by the government.
Yep. No, but yeah, I still don't have really a clever answer for a simulator or even a funny one.
Maybe I, being someone working at your job simulator, nothing but flow charts and nothing happens. It's just actual work.
Mm-mm. Doesn't this already exist? Isn't it called The Sims? Hey, oh.
Bike riding simulator. Ride your bike at home as fast as you can without fucking destroying anything.
But yeah, I
And then
guess
half the game is your bike being broken.
Yeah, I guess there's
okay.
not going to come a funny answer out of me. So
God, you should come up with better things. You're a guest here on the Collin show. How can you not come up with a funny answer?
I don't know.
If you were a host, then I would understand. But God, what terrible
Now you will pay the
why'd
price.
you get him?
I don't know. I just kind of found him. I found him on the street, and I thought he needs something to do.
It's very true. I certainly do. What else would I do with my Sunday evening?
I don't know.
I mean, here's the funny thing. Whenever the awkward cast didn't happen, and I was like, yeah, Sunday evening to myself. Wow, I can do shit. I never ended up doing anything on those free Sunday evenings.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It's like the fucking
like,
SpongeBob
oh,
joke of-
I can stream some gameplay. Now it's already like 9. Maybe I just play a round of Subnautica. Oh, I can start editing my animatic. My dinner, and then,
That sounds like you're just
the
shitty
ferrets.
at time management. You shouldn't make dinner at 9 p.m.
No. I made dinner. There's still normal Sunday afternoon stuff. Then there's dinner, and then watching something for eating dinner, and then suddenly it is already like 9 or whatnot, and then
Sounds like time management problems.
Been there, done that.
But yeah, I mean, I should know about time management. I stayed up 12 hours before 24-hour Jerry.
Exactly.
Okay,
Now
so
that you
here's
called
our
it-
last
yes.
actual question. It's a would you rather. Would you rather sleep with Pyramid Head or sleep with Sweet Tooth? What the hell is a Sweet Tooth? Is Sweet Tooth also a Silent Hill thing?
Oops, I'm still visible. Hopefully nothing bad.
Can I say neither?
Nope.
No.
Oh wait, Sweet Tooth is the thing from the new Netflix series.
Oh, the
deer kid?
deer thing?
Can
so,
we age it up first?
No, my answer is going to be Pyramid Head because he's not a child.
Yeah,
What the
Pyramid
hell
Head.
is this question?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There's the answer.
Unless it's like
our-
another character, like some sort of horror character that has like the
No,
same name.
it's this
Is
deer
it-
kid.
Isn't Sweet Tooth like that one? What was it from?
Nope, the game, he says. What?
The game.
Like he's like a character with like a
it's
flaming
the
head.
Oh, it's this clown.
from this
Okay.
racing
Twisted
game.
Metal, that's
Okay,
what it was.
this makes it a lot better. Thank goodness. Thank goodness it's a horrible murder clown. Oh, from Twisted Metal.
I'm going to pick Pyramid Head still because I hate clowns. I don't need that face looking at me enduring. Like, no.
I mean,
What
at
about you?
least Sweet Tooth's head can keep me warm at night.
So you're picking Sweet Tooth.
I'll pick Sweet Tooth, I guess.
All right, what about you, Max?
Okay, I believe I actually watched a bunch of the cinematics from the Twisted Metal series, or at least from one of the iterations. I played an early one myself at some point. So Sweet Tooth actually has a bit of a backstory and whatnot, and he's in this race to. I believe he got some kind of demonic pact, and he's in this race because at the end of Twisted Metal, you get one wish. I mean, it's obviously the ironic. It's a monkey paw thing. You get your wish, and the fulfillment will usually backfire and make you end very, very horribly. There are very few, if any, good endings when you actually win the race with your favorite character, including Sweet Tooth. Yeah, and I believe he is, unlike Pyramid Head, who is an actual like monstrous entity from nightmares. Well, I have only watched the movie.
He's a hot monstrous entity.
Only in the movies. But
I could pick interpretations.
Yeah, no, I maybe, you see, Sweet Tooth is at his heart just a normal mass murdering human, while the other thing is a monster. So I stick with the mass murdering human. Thank you very much. Also, I don't have to worry about getting my eye poked out during it. I mean, I could get my hair burned, but you have one thing. Nothing is perfect. You see, nothing is perfect.
Depending on the position, you don't have to worry about it. Okay. So now we're at our final question. Our favorite part of the show, the FMK. From meh, just meh. Movies these days are trying to become big franchises with prequels and sequels and spin-offs.
I have no idea what he's referencing.
If they want to be successful, they got to look at these titans for notes as well as their producers. So let's prop ourselves up for a continuation of Fuck, Marry, Kill, popular and proudful franchisers. So we have to FMK Jeffrey Katzenberg, which if you don't know, made the franchise of Shrek, George Lucas from Star Wars, and Peter Jackson. I think he meant Jackson. For Lord of the Rings.
B and N are next to each other on the keyboard.
I don't care. I'll make fun of you. You could proofread your statements.
So who
try to plan out the next few years for the franchise, cause they make billions of dollars and are icons in the movie industry. Jeffrey Katzenberg from Shrek.
I read the question.
He asked because he asked to reiterate, and he also has to go first. So yeah, Jeffrey Katzenberg from Shrek, George Lucas from Star Wars, and Peter Jackson from Lord of the Rings movie adaptation.
All right.
Fuck,
I'd probably
marry, kill.
I'd probably marry Jeffrey Katzenberg because to get that sweet behind the screen stuff for Shrek. George Lucas, I'd fuck George Lucas because Star Wars is cool and deserves cool rewards, but he's also done some dumb things with it. So I'd rather not get stuck with that. So and then just kill Peter Jackson because I haven't really had much interest in the Lord of the Rings. So bye, Peter Jackson.
Okay, I see how it is.
Yeah, there he goes. All right.
Who
Here,
is...
Max, you go next.
Okay, I go next. Okay, yeah. Now I know in which direction I want to rotate.
No, I don't like your smile when you
No,
say that.
it's completely self-serving. So at the end of the day, you might actually be happy with it. So I am going to marry Peter Jackson because first of all, he made the beautiful Lord of the Rings trilogy. Did he also make the Hobbit trilogy?
I think so.
Once we're married, I keep him from that kind of stupid decisions. But yeah, he made the Lord of the Rings, and he also has a curious background in horror. So he's actually a multifaceted guy. He can do big epics, but he also has some kind of a creepy dark thing, which can be fun to plan Halloween parties with. I don't know. But yeah. Also...
So you judge me for liking horror stuff, yet you pick a director so you can have Halloween parties with.
I mean, he also made Lord of the Rings, so So yeah, this is marriage material. Then I am going to have my rounds with Katzenberg because I mean, come on, this man has a sense of humor. If you get involved as a straight person in gay sex, you need a lot of humor to bring into it. There's a lot of fantasy going on, a lot of cheeky parody stuff, good taste in music. So all the stuff that's important in the bedroom. And I will kill George Lucas. I mean, he has. Wasn't it just the other day where it was like, yeah, George Lucas is actually not. No, wait. Didn't you just say this, Keyframe? Like that George Lucas is actually not really that talented. That he's not that good. He had good editors. No, who said this?
I didn't say. I don't know who said that, but
But it's true actually. I mean, the George Lucas is one of the prime examples. The more restrictions you remove from the person, the shittier their work gets, and you realize that this epic thing that they created in the past, like the original trilogy, in a lot of it was so brilliant due to the constraints that were put on it. And now that you give him completely free reign, you get the prequel trilogy, and you are like, maybe the man is not really that big of a genius as we thought the entire time. And so yeah, one of those false geniuses. One of them out of there. Take away. This also, by the way, if we in a few weeks get the same FMK with female big franchise starters, JK is also kill material. Just saying.
I mean, yeah, but I think all of us
For
would
same
agree with
reasons.
that, though.
Yeah, the poor person who has to actually marry her then.
Here's the thing. I would argue JK is worse than George Lucas.
Oh,
George
yeah.
Lucas doesn't. Yeah.
Coming from the franchise starter who is actually not as talented as people credit them. That angle is pretty similar, but yeah, that's where it ends.
Okay, so now it is my turn.
Yes.
I will say you did give me one thing I want.
Mm.
I'm gonna kill Jeffrey Katzenberg, because fuck Katzenberg, man.
I did.
If you're talking about someone... If you're talking about... I hope you didn't use lube. Okay, so... if you
all I can think of is that one Shrek video now, where he comes through the window. God, I haven't seen that video.
Shrek is life.
Oh my God. Go on, though. Go on.
Oh God, no. Okay, another example that kids are spoiled these days. They don't have a Shrek is love, Shrek is life. But yeah, no, because Jeffrey Katzenberg is awful, and most problems are because of him. Like, DreamWorks was made out of spite, first of all. Then, when he worked at Disney, he's the reason The Love Is Gone is not available for any, like, home releases of fucking, Muppets Christmas Carol, because he was like, oh, the song's too boring for kids. It's like, but that song has a narrative purpose. You kept the reprise in there. Also deleted songs from fucking Pocahontas, made the Horned King less scary, and fucking just ruined Black Cauldron. He made Quibi. I feel like I don't need to say more about how he made Quibi. And some of Quibi's content was stolen content. He's just I don't like him. He's his favorite flavor of ice cream is grape nuts and bread. I don't trust a man who likes that and eats well-done hamburgers. Like, fuck him. He's dying tonight. Anyways, okay, so...
I still like Shrek.
You can like Shrek. He didn't make Shrek.
True. But he's still associated with Shrek, so that's enough for me to marry.
He gave money to Shrek, and he gave money to the degradation of Shrek. That's all he did. But yes, okay. So that leaves me, I'm going to marry George Lucas, right?
Apparently, yeah. Why would you do that? Explain.
Yeah.
Explain yourself.
I mean, the man made Star Wars and Indiana Jones, and is friends with Steven Spielberg. So that's I get fair. Money, and I get to be friends with Steven Spielberg. So I feel like I win in this scenario very well.
That is fair.
What are you doing? Are you looking at a ferret? Are we getting a ferret appearance?
Himbo!
Oh, it's him.
Why does he look like that?
Oh.
Why is he a himbo?
Because he's not very
He's
smart.
dumb.
He's a little bit more bulky than Rocket. And he has a very good and friendly nature.
Nice.
And now he's leaving.
Goodbye, himbo.
Goodbye, Himbo.
Eat
Thank
some-
you for your appearance.
Eat some of those raw chicken hearts, please. They are not looking too fresh anymore.
Oh, okay, but yeah. So I'm gonna marry George Lucas because you know what? I'm gonna live a very comfortable life, and maybe, just maybe, I can use the fact that I'm his wife to be like George
George from the
help
jungle.
fix the originals. You know what? That's what I'll marry him so I can sneak into his house, find the original film versions of the Star Wars movies, and leak them to the public. I'll be a
Nice.
spy on the inside.
Oh my.
Doo-doo.
Yeah.
Doo-doo.
But damn,
And then
it was
finally,
a moment.
I'm gonna have to fuck Peter. What? The moment of what?
Nah, you fuck Peter Jackson.
Okay. So I have a feeling that if I fuck Peter Jackson, he will
Mhm.
he will make me horny in only minutes, and he will last
Oh my god.
for 3 hours at least, just like the director's cut of the Two Towers.
Oh my god. So
You
true,
know,
bestie.
Those
If
spam
Peter
tags.
Jackson knows anything, I know you wanted to transfer to it, but I have something to say. If Peter Jackson knows anything, it's how to make stuff last longer and longer and longer.
That's a fair
So
point.
maybe Peter Jackson is sending me these texts.
It would make a lot of sense.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
probably did stuff that was more awkward.
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The memes are seen on this live stream as they talk about random grabs. Time for awkward guests.
It's the awkward.
Random guests and funny gags on the
It's the
awkward
awkward. It's the
guests.
awkward.
Artwork and analysis,
Whoa, whoa,
which you do not want to miss on our